Hi everybody, welcome to Pace Institute and live Zoom session. And the topic for GD is forests are the best source of economic growth. Why not be like there are different ways of economic growth and every country is presenting themselves on a different platform. So I want to today give you an idea about that how forests can work as the economic growth for the nation. And the discussion will be, of course, recorded and will be broadcasted. So we start with all the participants here. Let's start with Nimit. Please, Nimit, speak up.
Yes, so good evening, everyone. So I totally agree with this. Forests are the forests are the best source of economic excellence, because if we see, means in our practical, if we go through in a practical life, forests have given us very economical benefits. Like they have provided us woods, they have provided us better better environment, like pure environment. So these are the nowadays what happens is better means pure environment is less, very less, like, because of deforestation. And the places where forests are more, the fresh air, the content of fresh airs are also found more. So the persons ultimately it helps in the of a person. So I think it is forests are the one of the major major resource that plays in a human's life, because it has provided many good things also. Means if you talk about economically, it has provided us woods, which can be like, which is used in building homes, which are used in furnitures and these kinds of stuffs. So these are also providing us very economical benefits, and many of the businessman is using these assets to get high earning. And it also provides us a fresh air, which also ultimately helps in a better environment, and means provides a good health in a humans. So, and if you talk on the other aspect, forests have also given us like eating items like fruits and these kinds of stuff. So I think,
Nimit,
and
you are
it
not
also has
audible. Please speak loudly.
yes, sir. Now am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So I clearly agree with this statement that forests are the best source of economic excellence, because forests have got many of the benefits. And if we see in our practical life, so forests have given us woods, which are which are mostly used in the building of homes. Means in Western countries, it is mostly used for building homes, building furnitures, and these kinds of stuffs. And many of because of these woods, many of the businessmen are getting their jobs, and many of the carpenters are getting jobs. And if we talk about other benefits of forests, it has given us a fresh air, which ultimately gives a good health advantage in a humans. So these are the major advantages which forests give. On the other hand, it is also beneficial on on a proper like there is cycle chain, it is called like animal chain. So yeah, this is very important for forest. Okay, thank you.
Next.
Okay, sir. Okay. Good evening, all of you. Today's GD topic is economics of a forest in our country. In this time, the almost benefit in our forest in like the this time the carpenter work in the wood cutter and the and the many provide in the fruits, vegetable in the forest. And this time are the benefit of the forest economics in the our country in like uh, the many furnitures are making the many furnitures in use for our house, and is the make in wood, and is the take the forest. And this time almost forest almost forest in use for people in all over the world. And the benefit of forest in like the fresh air. Without fresh air you are not living in the earth. And the plant and trees give the oxygen, and is the life in our life. And the oxygen and pollution is cover the tree in the whole
You
world.
are,
And this time is
you are absolutely
very
right.
good.
You are absolutely right. And I want to say that yes, trees or the forests, forests, they are the sign of a country. Like it is, I'm talking about the prestige, or sometimes I can say it is the prosperity of a country that we have a forest. And we all know that uh, the tree, it gives us the life-saving oxygen. And without oxygen, what will be the situation? We all know that. And not only that, forest or the trees, they prevent soil erosion and also the flood, and that is a very good part. And also it decreased the pollution level. So there are several good things that we can get from the tree, from the forest. And it is I think it is very few I can say um, very little benefit, but the major part is we can grow our economy through forests, through I can say through tree. Like we can Nimit already spoke about the wood. We can make furniture, and also we can I can say export sandalwood. That is a very precious wood that we have. And also it is also I can say that the Ayurveda, uh, we know about Ayurveda, and it all depends on the forest, like um, and the tree. So it is a very good part, and we are the fortunate one that we have several forests. But and also it is very important for the wild animals, because in India we have several wild animals like tiger, lion, and so many others. And they all depend on the forest. So I feel that a forest will grow our economy, and also it is a life-saving thing that we have. So I think that is my point.
I think forest is very important, necessary, and useful to our extensive life. And forest is giving raiding. This way, farming is increasing, and farming, when farming is good, we can increase many types of vegetables and fruits. This way, human life is a very tasteful life. So without rains, it's not compulsory. And for not only for forest give on human life the food, they give many types of creature. Many creatures depends on human life. Farmer Forest gives us many raw materials as like timber, wood. Timber is useful for construction works, and it is used for furnishing also, and wood is also used in furnishing works. And when raw material is coming, it is useful for our industries areas. That's a product, a good product. And now in this time, many needs of papers. That's why we have need to woods, because everybody want to stop the polyester, and they want to increase the paperwork, but it's impossible. But this way we have need many types of proper work, paperwork, so we have increased wood works. And now they have created many types of medicines. Forest gives many types of medicines. Now when need of Lashman, They have a Lakshman booty. Then they provide the Hanuman god to the forest and give the provide. So they have many types of Ayurvedic products. This way they have improved our economy. And there are a many useful tree. There's name is sandal tree. If we increase the sandal tree in forest, so it is very important and good and useful for our economic, and because it's very costly tree, and the cutting of forest, the sandal trees demand is very high in the market because its rates is very high, and they have increased the many types of defined. And last, we want to add the forest needs of, because in ancient time when our saint live in forest in a small cottage, they have gained many types of fish. They use his their life in they use their life in depends on their foods. They are slowly give raining waters, and they enjoyed the waters uh, and the sound of birds, and that's why they expand their more time in under the tree and gain some experience knowledge. And this way they provide the human life, and that way they have created the many types of Valmiki and that type of sand. It's so provide those, so forest is very useful for our economy, and they want to create our peaceful life. So forest is a footfall for every human lives. Thank you.
Good evening, sir, and good evening, all of you. Today is a GD session, so I'm talking about the forest is a very useful for a human's life because they keep uh, pollutions away and make the fresh airs and goods health and oxygens and the goods rain and crops. There are lots of benefits in a forest. So the lords and Buddha to get the enchanted and under the tree to in a jungle, and forest is also very useful for Ayurvedic medicines, tree and plants. So it is also a very very benefits for forest, and we get many types of plants in a forest woods in a forest. So woods is a very important of our daily needs, and because 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 it's also many peoples are use furnitures and lots of things. So I think it's also a very important, but eventually people's don't understand, and the cut the tree and cut the tree down and for their benefits. So I think it is not good because our environments in harmful, and the peoples are facing creative problems, and animals and a lot of problem creating of cut the forest. So I think peoples are the understands and better understanding these problems, because the peoples are facing lots of problems cutting the forest, and we must help to the honestly make a tree and make our country rich. Because if we are proper care a tree, and every person should be grow a tree, because it's our also connect to the our economy. So it's a very benefits our environment and economy both. So I think it's a very harmful nowadays our environment. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Forests have a critical role to play in the green growth. Forest can provide us fiber, shelters, and many more types of accessories. We right now we are for we are towards in a town, so where we survive, where we live in a fresh, where we survive and where we live on dependency of furnitures. There are many types of craft we made, so so in our daily life basis of uses of furnitures. So there are many criteria to be save forest, and in ancient era, when forests are give us a medicine, for such a good medicine for us. He is not harmful, like in everybody in their life. And right now, Okaya company is a wood who provide us who provide us a good furniture. He is a he is also available in international market. So he makes our life easy and would help us to need our basic.
Okay, as you said that forest contributes to grow the GDP and it has a major role for any country to grow. Like it is very helpful to export and import wildlife. Like if there is any uh, animal who is extinct from any country, then he will be imported from any other country. Like it's need trees. Currently, I'm sitting on a stool, wooden stool. It is also made up of wood, which comes from trees, and for trees we need forest. Trees are very helpful for us. Like it provides us rains, good health, good air, and I think if it provides us fresh air, oxygen, good health. Because if it's not available, then any country would suffer from disease. Like it will cost. It will suffer from disease and take so much cost to tackle it. And I think trees provides industrialist demands woods to operate their works, and companies use it for uh, making their products and fulfill the demands of supplies. And like pencil rubbers, and pencil rubbers would not be available if there was no tree. And I think tree is also helpful to uh, operate this world. Like if there is no trees, then the biological life cycle will be in danger. If any species will extinct, then the complete life cycle of on this earth will be in danger. And for trading, it's also important, very important. Like for trading, we need for trade from any country, like we need money, cash, currency of any country. And for making currencies, we need trees, because we from there only we can get papers, which is helpful to make any currency, I think. So we could not trade if there is no paper. The trees also provides us paper, and it also provides us medicines. Like India is also known for Ayurveda and yoga, and Ayurveda is very important, and it comes from trees. Like our Acharya and rishis were at the ancient time, they discovered many medicines from
Yes,
trees,
everybody,
which can save lives.
you can talk about what are
Okay.
the things that we get from the forest, and finally how forest can make us or help us to become rich or a rich country. The different products that we get from forests, you can talk about Ayurvedic medicines, medicinal plants, export of sandalwoods, export of tea, and different other products. Atul Aman, you are completely silent, and many people. Ayush Raj is silent. It's like a discussion. Don't wait for others' turn. Come on, speak up.
Okay, sir. So, good evening. As we know that the forest holds a prominent place in human civilization and culture. If we talk about Indian culture, then trees have been being worshipped since ancient time. In our culture, it is considered as mother of all living creature or all living being, because it serves us in several different ways. In other words, we can say that trees nurture us or forest nurture us. So if we talk about the development of human civilization, then we find that the forest have an important role, and it has played an important role in the development of human civilization. It is not only a means for the health excellence and spiritual excellence, as well as it is important means for the economic excellence. It gives us fresh air and life giver oxygen, which is very important for good health. And nowadays, the whole world is facing the problem of global warming and increasing level of pollution. So these all environmental problem can be solved only using plantation. So as we know that, okay, as we know that the trees are considered as the natural cooler of environment, so it can reduce the global warming, and we need to expand the area of forest. Apart from these all things, the forests are also responsible for prevent the soil erosion, prevent the flood, and also it stops the natural imbalance. Apart from this, it has also a great impact on the spiritual excellence. It provides the pollution free and peaceful environment which is very suitable for the meditation. If we talk about ancient India, then in ancient India, saints used to meditate in forest because they found congenial environment there. The Lord Buddha also got enlightened under a tree in a jungle. Apart from these all things, it has also a great impact on economic growth of any country. As we know that the trees or forests are responsible for raining, and the adequate amount of water is important for the good agricultural productivity. Good rain due to forest resulted in good agricultural productivity, which leads the economic growth. And apart from this, the all most of agro-based industry or food industry directly or indirectly depends on forest, and we know that these all industry have a great contribution to the GDP of nation. Ayurveda, the ancient medicine system, completely depends on the forest, means completely depends on the medicinal trees or plants, means herbals. So that means we can say that the sale of these plants can generate revenue. It has also a great impact on tourism industry. Nowadays, we know that the tourism industry is the fastest growing industry in this world. Nowadays, the jungle safari and waterfall, etc., have become the favorite tourist destination, and which is generating a huge amount of revenue. The concept of ecotourism is completely depends on the forest. Apart from these all things, the woods like teak and sandals, etc., can be exported for good economic gain. So in such way, we can say that forest is the best source of economic excellence. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This is Ayush, and first of all, I would like to say that we must say thank to God, which who provides forest to us. This is a it give us basic needs. It means it give us oxygen and fresh air to breathe us, which taking we are survive our life. And forests are the place who accommodate various types of creature in the forest. And and forest has a many function. It works just like it also stop soil erosion, and it also causes of raining. Because of raining, we get good crops. And it also provide in economical sector also. People are making furnitures, and they are selling in the market. And they are also growing, and they are earning money, earning money. And yeah, sometimes it also become beautiful, because that is there is a place where we can see the various types of creature in the jungle, uh, in the jungle. And yeah.
Yes, you are absolutely right. Like, first of all, we have to understand the importance of forest. Otherwise, we are always cutting trees because of the high-rise building, or sometimes the industry. So first of all, we have to maintain the ecological balance, and also we have to maintain the forest, because otherwise I think people or the human being will extinct very soon, because for our own need we're cutting trees. And that is a very good movement that I think nowadays it is very much required for the betterment of the society. Because otherwise, if there is no forest, there is no jungle, no tree, then how a human being, not only human being but also the other animals or creatures will survive? So there is no place. So because of the humanity, because of the nature, we have to maintain everything. And I think we all discussed about the Ayurveda Veda, and also some precious woods like sandal. That we all know that sandalwood is very costly, and we are very much fortunate that in Bangalore or in that area we have so much sandal wood tree. So I think that it is for ourselves to maintain the forest, to maintain the jungles, and also it will grow our economy, because we have several sources, and and also we have innovative mind. So in that way we can also grow our economy. So it is I think it is the duty of every
Yes, you are right.
citizen.
Actually, natural imbalance is increasing because of the deforestation. The cutting down of forests have led to deforestation, whether it is in terms of fruits or crops or cotton or agro-based industries. If we talk of that, really the trees are cut, and that is the result of all vanishing. The forests are vanishing. Finally, it is leading to completely ecological imbalance. I would like to conclude with the session. I would like that somebody who have spoken less, Anjumara, Nidhi, or Nidhi Prabha, or Nimit, if you want to speak or add something last, there are some points to that. Come on.
Yes, sir. So I would like to add something, that forest also provides us fossil fuels. Like most of the fossil fuels are found in forests, like coal, oil, and natural gas, which also contributes in our economic growth. Like if you talk about one of the states of India, Jharkhand, it's most of the GDP is constituted of the coal production. So it comes from where? We all know that forests, most of the forests, we all get that these are some of the fossil fuels which gives us energy, and which also helps in the growth, economic growth as a country.